Okay guys, welcome back to the channel. Today, it's Genesis Day. And we are, or I am, going to replace something that is needed to get rid of some clunks. And it's just a stock item. I'm not changing anything for performance yet. Jeez. Like I said, I'm not looking to slam the car to the ground, and you know, I live in a city that potholes are pretty prevalent, and it's not fun to drive and clunk and bang and slam, and so I'm getting some clunking. So lower control arms. Now mind you, these are the front lower control arms. You have some rear control arms also in the front, so there's double, but I was told that these are the culprits, these suckers. So I'm replacing them, and I'm going to show you how to do it. I've already done one side just because to find out what I was in, what tricks, stuff like that. So did it, not that hard, it's really not. First thing you should do is but take this bad boy down. And most of you that own a Genesis that have done work to it know what this is. This sits underneath. This is like your skid plate for your engine. So this is the front part of your engine right here. So this is like the little skid plate for your front part of the engine. You need to get this out in order to get access to the mounts, and I'll show you that when we get underneath the car. Another good thing to note is when you're doing each side, number one, have the car in the air. So the front end, if not the whole car, one of the two. That way you can actually turn the wheel, because you're going to have to line up the bolts and to take them out and to get easier access to do everything. So each side is going to be turned the opposite way, and I'll show you. It's no big deal. So let's get underneath. Okay, so here we are underneath the car. Sorry about the lighting. I'm just running off my little LED shop light right now. So it's fairly simple. So you got this bolt right here. Once you take your engine cover thing down, you have this bolt right here that controls your ABS wire. There's your sensor right there. Then you have this bolt, and then underneath here, if I can get there, right there. I don't know if you guys can see that. I can see that. So you have to remove the cotter pin to get the castle off, and then throw those away, because you're never using those again. One-time use cotter pins. So first thing we're going to do is take that BB off, get that out of the way, and then take the control arm bolt off that. And this is 10 mil. The castle nut is 17. And the bolt and the nut are 19 for those. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do that, so that way, you know, I don't bore you, because it's fairly simple. Alright, so this bolt is off, and I just use wrench. I don't use air because there's not a lot of room in here to stick an impact in here. So especially on the other side, because there's the intercooler lines and all that fun stuff. So I just wrench it off. It's pretty simple. Just pull this bolt, and I usually just take a nice little hammer on the other side. Once you get the castle nut and the cotter pin off, you just take it and just smack it. She'll pop out. It's going garbage anyway, so who cares? Out of the way. There you go. And there's the old one. Pretty simple. Alright. Here's the new control arm. Looks like the old one, just black and shiny now. So we're just going to stick this in and start really simple. Tip on bolts, suspension bolts especially, I coat my bolts with anti-seize. So that way there's no issues later if I have to replace something. Just a little tip that I do. It's just, it makes life so much easier. This it slides in somehow. Find this stupid hole again. Right. I always try to first. Just so I know that it is the first one. Okay, yes. That's nice. So, this is where we can go into the bench. Yeah, you're right. Go down the bench. And after that, you just tighten up your castle nut for your ball joint. Here's your ball joint, here's your castle nut. You just tighten her up. And we're done. Brakes are no little slot for the cotter pin. So if anyone doesn't know, this is a cotter pin. You put it through, and then it's got a little split right here. You split these two around it so it doesn't come off. As simple as that. And I need to go more. A little bit more. Just ease it until you get the holes lined up so you can slip your cotter pin all the way through, just like that. Line it up so it's flat. I like to line it up so it's flat, just so I can get the cotter pin to do what I want it to do. And you just spread the so-called forks, or whatever you want to call them. That way they wrap around the nut. And that's it. So that's pretty much it. Just put the tire back on, put your little skid plate grill thing back in. That's it. It's pretty simple. Take it for a toot. If you like this video, give her a thumbs up. Have any comments, let me know. And subscribe. Still trying to get this channel boogieing. There is a good fun fact is come November, I am going to be vlogging in Costa Rica. Me and the missus are going to Costa Rica on vacation. So I'm going to vlog some of it, and some of it's going to be on a golf course in Costa Rica as of right now. So thanks for watching, and see you next time.